Hey guys, STTP Stranger Point here. Today I'll be doing a deck profile for Luard. This is a really fun deck, but in the same time really expensive. Yeah, so let's get straight to the point. Starter using David. David is like optimal. You can use Root, but I like to use David because he can save space and to hammer your guards for their spectral turns. Next, we're using, of course, for Luard. This is a Luard deck, so this is really self-explanatory. Just in case you didn't know the skill, Ritual 3, choose 2 normal units from your drop zone and put it in the bottom of your deck. At the beginning of your ride phase, you may pay the cost. If you do, until end of turn, you may stride without paying the stride cost. So, you can use a stride skill and ride it to a different grade 3. You can use a ritual skill, then ride a different grade 3. So, this is what's really good about it. You can like do shenanigans for Bashika Diablo, free strides. It's really good. Next, we're using 3 Blaster Dark Diablo. This is the legend deck card. Its skill is GB2. When you're paying the cost for a Blaster Stride, you may all your cards in your hand get plus grade 3. So this is free stride. Also, well, not really free stride. It's just anything from hand will do. So you can discard grade 0 for this and stuff. So its next skill. During your turn, when your Dragon Phantom Blaster Diablo Stride, choose one of opponent's rear guards and retire it. So if your opponent has 2 rear guards and you use Phantom Blaster Diablo, you retire that, and yeah, you can't guard attack. Next, of course, for Murfessa, this is a Luard deck, so Murfessa is a must run. Its skill is GB1, Ritual 3. When it attacks a Vanguard, until end of the battle, it gets plus 5,000. And Counterblast 1, when this unit attack hits, you may pay the cost. If you do, search up to 1 grade 1 card from your deck, call it the rear guard, and shuffle your deck. So this is good for magic numbers. So when boosted by a 7k, it's a 21k attack. That's a 15k guard, and when it hits, you can call it grade 1. Next, we're using 4 Blockchain Flame Transformation Hoa. This is really good for like power columns. Its skill is GB1. When your other grade 1 unit is placed on your guard, if you have a Vanguard with Diablo in its card name, choose up to one of your Vanguards, and this unit gets plus 3,000 until end of turn. Then, if the unit I was placed is Blockchain Spirit Transformation Kaden, you may charge 1 and soul charge 1. It's also good to get back your soul, since this deck uses a lot of soul. This is a necessity. Basically, if you have 2 of these on the field, and let's say like spoilers, this, you use the ward stride skill. You stride on top the ward. Call 2 grade 1s. That's instant plus 6 and plus 12. So it is really good. You can use 3, but using 4 is better to make sure you really draw it. Next, we're using 2 Dragozard Uskayas. This is the PR. Its skill is Ritual 3. If you have a Vanguard with the ward and its card name, choose 1 grade 1 from your drop zone. Increase this unit's power by the chosen card's power until end of turn. And you may put that card in the bottom of your deck. So you can choose whether or not to put that chosen grade 1. Do you have to be grade 1? Yeah. You can choose, you can decide or not if you want to put that grade 1 in the bottom of your deck. So for example, I have like a Balala, or an Abyssal Owl. And I want to keep it there because I'm exactly Ritual 3, and I need the ritual from Refessa. I can Carabass 1 and increase this unit's power by 7,000 while keeping it in my in um in my drop zone. Or you can choose like a sword breaker, increase this unit's power by 6,000 and put it in the bottom of your deck. So when Refessa's attack hits, you can just call sword breaker from the deck. Yeah, good. You can use Liafal. Let me just get it. Here, you can use Liafal, but I like Uskaya's better. So yeah. Next, 110k vanilla blaster axe, cause the blaster, blasters. Next for grade 1, 4 Abyssal Owl. This card is good. You can use 3 to make space for more grade 1s, but I wanna use 4. Its skill is when it's placed on your guard from hand, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck. Search for up to 1 Cardluard in its card name. Reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck. If you put a card in your hand, choose one or more cards with the sum of the grades being 3 or greater from your hand and discard them. So you can fetch Luards with this, like for example you're grade locked and you have a grade 2 and grade 1 in your hand. You call this, the top 7, you find a Luard. You can actually discard grade 2 and grade 1 for Luard to get Luard. Or, if you have nothing to discard, you have to discard the word, which is really sad, but it's okay. For Ezra's PG. This PG is, in my opinion, the best PG in the game. 1, it's recyclable, and 2, it isn't really a pain to put it back in your hand. It's the standard PG, choose a card from your hand, discard it, nullify, blah blah blah. But its second skill is why it's really good. Act, drop zone, ritual 3, choose one of your rear guards and retire it. Choose one of your Jug Saver extras from your drop zone, put it in the bottom of your deck. If you do, return this card to hand. This is the good part, it's recyclable. And you can retire and do shenanigans with owls. Next, 4 Blockchain Spirit Transformation Kaiden. You can use 3, but again, I only use 4. Because I use 4 Howell, so might as well use 4 Kaiden. Kaiden skill, when this unit is put in the drop zone from your guard, for the cost of your unit's ability, if you have a Vanguard or Diablo in its card name, choose up to one of your Vanguards, and until end of turn, it gets 5,000, and auto, when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, search your deck for up to 1 grade 1 card, call it a rear guard, shuffle deck, and if there's a unit named Blockchain Flame Transformation Howell on your rear guard, the unit called with this effect gets plus 5,000. So this works really good with this. You see, this, when you call this, it doesn't have to be the same column, but when you call it, you get the plus 3 effect, and you can counter charge 1, soul charge 1. So if you have 2 of this, let's see, wait, 2 of this, and you call 1, counter charge 2, soul charge 2. It's really good to like get your current best back. That's why I don't run Karma Collector. You can take out 1 Kaiden and 1 Abyssal Owl for 2 stride fodder, but I don't really have problems with striding. Yeah, most of the time. 2 Blackwing Swordbreaker. This is okay. Its skill is Soul Blast 1 when it's placed on your card from your deck. If you have a Shadow Paladin Vanguard, you may Soul Blast 1 if you do draw card. So you can call this with DiabLuard effect, DiabLuard stride skill to get a free draw. Yeah, there's a combo with this. I'll show it to you later. Oh my. Okay. My phone just did something. It's fine. 1 Karen. Karen skill, choose a grade 3 from your hand, reveal it. You won't be using this skill much because you want Luard more than Blaster Dark. The only time you'll be using Blaster Dark is when your opponent has 2 rear guards and you're ready to do your Diablo turn. and you're confident that they can guard it because you have this. This can help make power columns. This and this. Sometimes this. Okay, so basically choose a grade 3 card from your hand, reveal it, search for, when it's placed, search for a Blaster Dark, grade 3 Blaster Dark, reveal it, put it in your hand, discard grade 3. The second skill though, when you're retiring your regards for the cost of your unit's ability, if you have a grade 3 or grade 3 Vanguard with Blaster in its card name, retiring this unit can be regarded as retiring 2 regards. So it's like David, but this is restricted to Blaster Vanguards only. But you know, you can use it with like Phantom Blaster Diablo or Special Blaster Diablo. Next, for grade 0s, for Bell. This card is really good, that's all I can say. It's really expensive and really good. Note the expensive part, that's the really most important part of this. It's expensive. Skill is drop zone, control 3, at the end of your turn. If you have a Vanguard with the ward in its card name, you can put it in the bottom of your deck. Second skill, once retired from rear guard for the effect or cost of your card. If you have a Vanguard with the ward in its card name, draw a card. This is why DiabLuard became really hated. I'm afraid this might be banned in the next ban list or restricted. But all I can say, it's not broken. It's just a card that works perfectly with its own deck. This is also recyclable. It's similar to this. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention these two. One is retired for like something else. For example, I'm at Spectral right now, Spectral Blaster Diablo. I call this, use check safer Astras to retire this. My Vanguard still gets plus 5. Unlike Abyssal Owl. Okay then, and Bell Owl can be used for cost of different cards. All the mountains is just your Vanguard. But for Abyssal Owl, it needs to be for a DiabLuard Vanguard. So like, if I retire this for Astras cost, even though my Vanguard is DiabLuard, I still can color charge. But for this, I can try this for Astras and still draw. And for this, I can try it for Astras again and still get a plus 5 if my Vanguard is Diablo. Next, for crit, cause crit. Next, for draws, I'll soul charge, free soul charge basically. Use this if like you don't have this or this, and you need soul, and you can't. Yeah, you don't have another DiabLuard. For heal, I'm not using the Fighters Collection one, cause one, it's a waste of money. The Fighters Collection G-Guard isn't that nice. I would rather use 4 Pot Maker than 4 of whatever that name is. So, and without the G-Guard, the heals are just heals. So, rather use the normal ones. So, onto our strides. First, 1 Ogma. Skill is once per turn, control 5. Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1. Choose a face down card from your G zone and turn it face up. Choose up to 5 of your grade 1 rear guard to retire them. For each rear guard retired by this effect, your opponent chooses a card from his or her hand or rear guards and put it into the drop zone. If a total of 3 or more cards were put into the drop zone by this effect, by both fighters actually with this effect, you draw a card. So this can punish those players. For example, you don't have like let's just say you know your opponent drive check like 3 heals, and you're confident that your opponent can guard your Diablo attack, so might as well use this to let him discard cards from his hand. Yeah. Carnivore Dragon, one of the best TD strides. Actually, I think that's the best child deck stride. But I guess Metallica Phoenix is good also, but yeah. Skill is choose one for your guard, retire it. The opponent chooses 2 of his or her regards and retires them. If he or she couldn't retire two cards, choose up to 3 of your units in the front row, and they get plus 4,000 until end of turn. So this is really good for one reason. Actually, 2 reasons. You can add plus 4s and like to your front row. This can't stack though, so for example, you have 2. You can't do plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. For example, I have this. Oh my, the camera moved. We don't move. Is that okay? I guess it's okay. It's okay, right? Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Sorry for that. So if I retire 1, my opponent can't retire 2. So I can't give plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. It doesn't stack. Similar to Fate Rider, it doesn't stack. It has to be plus 4 plus 4. And if I'm here plus 4. So yeah. But the other reason why it's good is because even though your opponent only has 1 regard, he still has to retire it even though he only has 1. Unlike Phantom Blaster Diablo, he doesn't have the choice, he has to retire it. Next, to Spectral Blaster Diablo. This card is good. Yeah, it's really good actually. So, its skill, act, Soul Blast 1, choose a face-on card from your D-zone, turn it face up. Choose one of your guards and retire it. Until end of turn, this unit gets auto. So, GB3, Card Blast 2, choose 2 of your guards and retire them. At the end of the battle, the dish unit attack the Vanguard. You may pay the cost. If you do stand this unit gets drive -2 until end of turn. And if you have hard card with Diablo and card name, switch your deck for up to 1 card called Regard, shuffle your deck. For the 3rd time, or 4th time, or 2nd, I don't know. This card is really, really good. This is your 2nd and 3rd stride most of the time. You can actually go Diablo, the other Diablo, this Diablo, for 2nd stride. But I mostly want to go in this one. 1, it can restand. That's the best part actually. And 2, you can put pressure on your opponent. You see with this, and this, and this. Let's say, wait, let me clear out stuff. You have 2 of this. DiabLuard stride skill. Call, let's just say 2 of this. Please don't move. Plus 6, plus 6, plus 12. Can I charge 2? Soul charge 2. So, soul charge 2. And let's say, retire 1, call this, Soul Blast 1, retire this, you got face up a G-Zone, you gotta draw a card. And then attack, attack, stop moving please, okay, attack, and then, Card Blast 2, retire this, since this regards 2 units, restand, and next turn, you try this again, you call this, and, this, Soul Blast 1, blah blah blah, do your stuff, attack, retire, restand, attack. So this can also stock up your hand really good, because you know you got triggers, and maybe there's a draw trigger, the glare, oh my gosh, what if I turn off my light? Yeah. No, okay, never mind. Sorry about the glare, guys. I'm doing the best here. Okay, so, yeah. Good. Next is 3 drug DiabLuard. Some people use 2, some people use 4, some people use none. But for me, perfect number is 3. I had 4 before, but I just made it 3 when the new booster set came out. Skill is Soul Blast Ritual 3, Soul Blast 1, choose a face down card from your G zone, turn it face up. When it's placed on Vanguard Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, search for up to the number of grade 1 cards. Search for up to the number of grade 1 cards from your deck, equal to the number of face up DiabLuard in your G zone, and call them to separate your guard. Shuffle your deck, and for each grade 1 card in your drop zone, the unit called to this effect gets plus 1000. So if you have 7 cards in your 7 grade 1s in your drop zone, and again, Marfesa, where's Marfesa? Yeah, Marfesa is counted as a grade 1 in your drop zone. So, for example, you have 7, maybe 3 Marfesas also. Maybe 3 Marfesas also, so that's 10 plus 10,000. But I also, the power boost isn't really what you're using this for. You're mostly using this, like, you have no regards to retire for the word stride skill, and you really need a full field. So, this is also what you flip for your first Spectral Blaster Diablo. So, you Soul Blast 1, flip this. If you stride this next, flip another one, call to rear. So, my phone just decided to stop recording for some reason. So, I was actually done recording this. It just stopped. Like, in the drug every part. So, I'll continue from here. This, you're not really here for the good power boost. You're just here to use DiabLuard skill. Yeah. Next is 4 Phantom Blaster Diablo. This card, its skill is Blast 1, choose a face down. Wait, focus please, focus. Yeah, okay. Blast 1, choose a face down card named Dark Dragon Phantom Blaster Diablo from a G zone to face up. If the number of face up cards in your G zone is 2 or more, at the end of turn it gets plus 10k and a crit, and you choose 3 of your rear and retire it. When it attacks the Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, your opponent may choose 2 official rear guards and retire them. If he or she does not, your opponent can call cards from hand to Guardian Circle. So, if your opponent has 1 rear guard and you use this, then he can't use cards from his hand to guard. But there are G Guardians now, so that's not that bad. But one time I was using this against my brother. He was using Great Nature. He had 3 heal triggers. He said he could guard this, but you know what I did? You know what I did? I called 2 of these. Yeah. And I had 4 S's in my hand. And this became massive. It was around like 92,000 attack. Yeah. Really good. Next is 1 Breeze. Cause grade 2 gaming. If opponent's grade 2, you can just use this to stride. Next is 2 Plot Maker. Really expensive G guard. Skill is Ritual 3. I guess plus 10,000. That's it. It's actually really good. Okay, I'm gonna just make camera. Okay. Next is 2 Ludwig. I just use this for vanilla. Yeah, I just use it for vanilla. But sometimes you might find a situation where you have to use this. Its skill is when it's placed on Guardian Circle, choose one of your grade 1 or less rear guards and move it to Guardian Circle. So that's it for the strides. Now I'm gonna go with the combos. So let's say you have this and this. Estras is one of the PGs. You really don't have any worry about the ride. So like you have few damage. I really like riding Estras actually, since for this combo, you'll be Soul Blasting Esras. So you can distract with her easily. Let's say you have 5 cards in your hand. Or 7, because you know, it's your 3rd turn. So here we go. Let me see if the light's on. But oh no, okay, never mind. Yeah. So discard 1 to Stride. Let's Stride into Carnivore Dragon. And let's say like you have this in your field. Best 1. Retire this. Search for Swordbreaker. Call it Vanguard. And my phone stopped again. So yeah. You call this and your Paladin. Shuffle your deck. Soul Blast 1. Soul Blast your Esras. Draw 1. Let's say your opponent has 1 in your guard, so you want to get a power boost. Call Refesa. Battle skill, retire. For Carnivore's cost. Now your opponent retire 2. You draw 1 from bonus effect. So if your opponent can't retire 2 plus 4. So attack, triple drive. Yeah. So in total you start off with 7 cards. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got plus 2 cards. And you end your turn. So you're not neutral 3 yet, you can return your Battle Owls. But you can guard anything, I don't know. Take damage. So your next turn, stand and draw. Stride. Oopsie. This time you're gonna be going to Spectral. The glare, oh my gosh. Spectral. Yeah, just so you guys can see. Where is the light? I can't find the light. Yeah, here or whatever, I don't know. Yeah. So call this. No. The ward Stride skill. Retire. Search for 2 grade 1s or less. I like to search. In this case, I have everything in my hand, so just for SRS and your owl. Where is the owl? There's the owl. This is mainly because it's just in your hand. So you change places. Call over. Use extra skill. Change for 3 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Extra skill, bottom. Back to hand. Retire. Draw 1. So you call your Kaden. Whole skill, plus 3, plus 3. Recharge 1, soul charge 1. You call your other Kaden. Whole skill, plus 3, plus 3. Recharge 1, soul charge 1. And then use your spectral skill. For example, DiabLuard. Just fix my damage zone real quick. Yeah, like that. Straight and nice. Retire, let's say, retire this. Gradient skill, plus 5. On hit, call gradient from deck. Attack. Power, draw. Triple drive. I don't know, good power, I don't know. Spectral skill. Retire this. This is regret this too, so you can retire it. Restand. Attack. Drive check. Crit. Yeah. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I might be treating this deck to Messiah deck just so I can give you guys more content, because I constantly have to trade decks just so I can give you shut up. So I can just give you guys more content. Okay, yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.